yeah, they're back. It took them long enough, but finally proving once again, folks, that there is a hockey god. The NHL is back in business for a shortened season, and that will be the focal point of today's episode of What the Puck. You know, when I first started the series, I figured I'd do it every week, and then just kind of got lazy, so you could probably estimate the new episode will come out somewhere between 2 to 3 weeks, maybe at the most. I got Princeton over here. They're doing pretty good. Came back from break last week. 5-2 victory over Sacred Heart. Ooh, but a win's a win. Over here, get all messed up with this camera because it's backwards. Oh, like my life. Okay, here's Colorado Avalanche. Claude Lemieux. Jersey, number 22, alternate captain, pest player, skilled player. That's why I like him. When I started playing, I kind of molded my game around him. That I wanted to piss people off and not necessarily bored people from behind to rearrange their facial features. But, you know, he was a skilled guy who could do a lot of different stuff. Now, before we get to the NHL stuff, I'm not promoting anything. Those of you bloodthirsty lawyers out there, I am not promoting anything here, okay? I have no deals. I'm just a bum, okay? But this right here is a must-read for any hockey fan. I haven't read it all of it yet. I'm about 6 chapters in, but I don't have to rave about how good the whole book is because I know the whole book is going to be good. Great story here. Guy had ADHD. I never knew that. That's cool. Learning differences rule. So, yeah, Bob Probert, one of the toughest sons of bitches ever to lace up a pair of skates and play, not only in the game, but in the NHL as well. Mr. Donald Cherry endorses him on the back here, along with a couple others. There's some pictures in it, which makes me happy. And great pictures in here. Let's see if I can find something. He was a tough guy, I'll tell you, with Chicago and Detroit. There he is here, folks. Throwing punches. As usual, the great Bob Probert, may he rest in peace. Now, the last time I did this show, yeah, I'm a big music guy, and I'm a big hockey fight guy, and, you know, I believe the two go together at some point. So, I asked you to help me with a list here, the top 10 coolest hockey fight songs. Now, what that means is just fights that you would hear at a hockey game, professional hockey game, during, you know, music during a fight that would really pump you up, would really pump the players up more than you. And I got a list here somewhere in this twister of a basement here. Yeah, basement. We got a list, so I'm going to play some clips from you now. These are actually in order. I actually took the time to do this in order. So counting backwards from number 10 to number 1. The top 10 hockey fight songs. This one right here. You know, it's a pretty good mix, this list. Rock, some pop, some rock. And this one right here, we're going to start off with LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out. Yeah. It's a beat, right? I'm not a big, like, rap and hip-hop guy. But let me tell you something. As long as it has a beat like that, I can dig it. Alright, number 9. It's kind of corny one. But, you know, it goes well with a little scrap here and there. Is Karl Douglas Kung Fu Fighting. Yes. Turn that up a little bit for you. Great song. In one of the great Chris Farley movies, Beverly Hills Ninja. Chris Farley, of course, one of my favorite actors of all time and the funniest guy of all time in my personal opinion. Now, excuse me. Now we're going to switch it over. We got the Rocky theme, you know what I mean? You know, Stallone, he's still making movies, coming out with this movie, coming out Bullet to the Head. So, it's a very, very violent film, you know what I mean? But here is Rocky's theme right here. This clocks in at number 8. It's by Bill Conti. Dun, dun, dun. Just makes you want to run up the Philadelphia Art Museum steps, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. Number 7, one of my favorite bands, and certainly one I would like to see live someday, It's the Offspring with Come Out and Play. You gotta keep them separated. Boom. Yeah, there you go. This makes you want to wail on the guy, doesn't it, folks? Great band, by the way. Okay, now, going to number 6, little tune by Collective Soul. Not really one to get you really pumped up, but one that I've heard at a couple games here and there, and is pretty good. If this goddamn computer will ever load, I swear to God, I hate technology. What's the point of creating all this shit when it doesn't work on you? They say, oh, everything's going to be faster. Oh, wireless internet's going to be faster. But I can't get that one up because computers suck ass. And, oh, wow, look at that. It's up. Oh, it was up. See, that's the thing. It pops up and then it goes away. And then you try to click it to try to get it back and it doesn't do shit. Okay, so Collective Soul Heavy, you can look up that on your own. But this one, hopefully, will load because it's pretty cool. It is Stone Cold Steve Austin, only the toughest SOBs in wrestling history. It's his theme song right here. It's a good one. Listen to this, folks. Yeah. It's a good little tune to dance to on the ice, right? Awesome. Stone Cold, badass. Song badass. Next one, number 4, AC/DC, the band from Down Under. Great band, one of my favorite bands of all time, and you know it. It's Dirty Deeds Done That Cheap. Good stuff right there. Okay, number 3, of course, is this one you hear practically at any junior game or minor league game. It's the Beastie Boys, Fight for Your Right to Party. Awesome music video. Check it out. You gotta fight for your right to party. Yeah, that's absolutely guaranteed at any game to be played during a nice scrap on the ice. Here we go. Another one of my favorite bands. I've seen them a couple times in Philadelphia. The mighty Mettalica, Seek and Destroy. 1,000 deaths. Just listen to this. Listen to the Seek and Destroy. It's mean. Awesome. I skate to that. And every time I go skating, I bring my iPod and just skate to that and just loop it over and over again. Now, this next one is another tune by Mettalica, but it's not the whole song. It's part of a song that just really would, I think, pump pulse into a dead guy if it really absolutely had to. And it's a little lovely tune by Mettalica called One. And the part I'm going to play now is an instrumental part, and it'll just wake anybody up. Check this out. It's unbelievable. Listen to that. They play this in Calgary a lot for Flames games, I've noticed. So, I mean, that's just unbelievable. I mean, that just makes you want to go out and just move. And not only move, but if you're on the ice, drop the gloves and hopefully beat some guy into a pulp. Now, honorable mentions, that was, of course, the number 1 by Mettalica with one clicking in at number 1. Honorable mentions here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them. Oh, here we go. Eye of the Tiger. It's not good, it's not great. It's a good tune by Survivor, but, it's absolutely nothing compared to Mettalica. Now, let's talk about heavy metal. Wait till you hear, not this one, but the next one. But we got one right here that's good for you. It's called little known tune by Disturbed, Down with the Sickness. Yes, they play that at those like goon leagues up in Quebec, like the LNAH, I think they're called. They play this at like every game because it's like a bench brawl, like guaranteed every game. It's crazy. And finally, the last but not least, honorable mention of the top 10 badass, awesome hockey fight songs is a graphic tune by Johnny Poole called "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor." I'm not advocating violence in any way except when it's needed on the ice, but this is a kick-ass song. I used to be a big wrestling nerd. It used to be, ECW's theme back in the day. So there you go, folks. Top 10 awesome, kick-ass, whatever you want to call it, hockey fight songs. If you want to add any to that, go to my Facebook page, or you can comment right here. That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. And, recently, with the NHL coming back, some things have happened, and I threw this out there on Facebook, and my Facebook page just blew up. All right? I was wondering, with Claude Giroux of the Philadelphia Flyers getting named captain, okay? Skilled guy, right? Mr. Zetterberg for the Detroit Red Wings, I wanted to ask the question, and that's this. What qualifications do you have to be captain? If you're a coach and you're looking at a guy to be captain, do you automatically go after the guy who scores the most points? Do you pick a guy who's a grinder? Do you pick a guy who steps up for your teammates? Do you pick the strong, silent type? There's so many different ways. But it seems like the common theme in the NHL now is to automatically put the C on guys' sweaters who score a lot of goals. I'm not saying that's wrong. I don't agree with it. I'll get into that in just a minute. But, goal scorer. Hey, listen, maybe these guys are great leaders in the locker room. I don't know. I'm not there. I'm just saying there's a trend here with more points equals good leaders equals good captain. I think Claude Giroux would make a good captain. He's a scrappy guy, and I'll get to a comment that somebody posted on there about him in a little bit. But, again, Alexander Ovechkin, goal scorer, point getter. Is he a good leader? I don't know. This guy right here, Sidney Crosby, he's a good point getter, and I will say that he is not a good captain. Some of the immature garbage we've seen from this man in the playoffs last year against Flyers, kicking or knocking the stick away from the Flyer while he's picking it up, jumping guys and calling it a fight, that's not a captain, okay? This guy has shown to me, and he's not going to be Wayne Gretzky because he doesn't have the maturity that Gretzky did when he was 5, okay? So he has a lot of work to do. Not a good captain. But again, he's a goal scorer, and that seems to be the common thing these days. What I would like to see, and I'm not biased, yeah, cough, cough, in any way, Ryan Callahan. See the beautiful C right there for the Rangers? Guy hits. He can score. He's unfortunately out right now for a few weeks with a shoulder injury thanks to Max Talbot. But here's a guy, leads by example. He might be a little vocal in the locker room. Again, I don't know. But I would look at this guy and say, just based upon his hustle and his sacrifice, that he deserves that C more than anybody. Another guy I like, Zdeno Chara. Big, strong defenseman, stands up for his teammates, doesn't do anything immature. He'll do anything for his teammates. He has a wicked shot. He's a skilled guy, blah, blah, blah. Perfect captain. Right there in Zdeno Chara. A guy for the Flyers I wouldn't mind seeing as captain based upon the way he plays is this gentleman right here, Mr. Wayne Simmons. Of course, it sucked because he came over from L.A. to Philadelphia, and L.A. won the Cup. But he's, he's all right. He's hanging in there doing good things. But this guy, he's one of the best skaters I've ever seen. He's tall, he's lanky, his legs look like freaking tree trunks when he's out there. He'll mix it up. He can score. He loses his mind a little bit, like when he cross-checked Rodor. Oh, that was funny. But, guy, if I was a coach, and I'm biased towards grinders, and tough guys and all that crap, but I would definitely throw the C, or if not an A, on him. Now, the Facebook page, when I mentioned this, it was a very lengthy, in-depth online discussion, and I got some... I basically said, look, why is it that why is it that goal scorers are awarded captains? So they deserve it. And Anthony Verasso, a good guy from Boston, he said he agreed with all my points, but he asked me, he said, look, you don't think Giroux doesn't do all of that for his team as well as being a top star in the NHL? He hits, fights, busts his ass, and does everything right, and I'm glad he has the C. Yeah, it's a good point. I like Giroux. I dislike the Flyers, but the one guy on that team that I like is Claude Giroux and maybe Ruslan Fedotenko. I think he's a good leader. Guys respect him, certainly for what he's done. He's a young guy. He can help out other young guys. It's a young club now. They got a bunch of guys coming and going from Adirondack. So, hey, look, I got no problem with him. My friend Eli Levitan, who posts on my Facebook page, said, well put, but even Zetterberg now, yeah, points are big, but they don't make the captain, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Thank you so much, Eli. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just saying what Eli's saying right here. You know, points are big, but they don't make the captain. They could make the captain, but not always the case. Matt Hunt said, Giroux deserves it. Okay, I'm starting to get on the Giroux train a little bit now. He's not a bitch like Crosby. Amen, sir. He's tough, very skilled, passionate, intense, and definitely brings the best out of the team more than anyone else does. Okay, you're starting to persuade me with Giroux a little bit. J.D. Moyer said, so true. With these reactions, Giroux with the C when he demanded Laviolette give him the first shift in the close out game 6. So he demanded to go on the ice, and what did he do? Within 32 seconds, he just flattens Sidney Crosby on the opening faceoff and strips the puck and scores 30 seconds later, blowing the roof off Wells Fargo Center. That is great captainship, JD says. And you know what? I 100% agree with you. When you got the stones to request to a not hard ass, but hard level coach like Peter Laviolette to go out there and start the game, and you do those things on your first goddamn shift, yeah, I would say that pretty much deserves a C right there. Claude Giroux, case closed. I like him. Make a good captain. And J.D. Moyer also pinched in here. He said, to your point, I'm a big Dustin Brown fan, more like a Callahan, but still good for 20-plus goals, 50-plus points, and always well over 200 hits. No question him and Callahan will be leathering the USA if the NHL is represented in the 2014 Olympics. Oh, God, that whole thing's coming up now. You know, the guys in Russia are refusing to talk to the NHL about this. They're being stubborn. What's going to happen? Can you imagine if this year during the lockout season wasn't an Olympic year? Oh, my God, it would be disaster. It'd be a complete disaster. So, yeah, Callie and Dustin Brown definitely, good captain stuff right there for sure, folks. Absolutely. Good captains. And, it's been a good start so far to the NHL. Started out a little bit slow, but that's expected. The things are picking up. But what really drives me nuts is, I like him a little bit. Pierre Maguire, he's standing there the first game. What the hell was it? I don't know. The first game of the season they were doing on NBC, he's sitting there, with his little bald head and the big glasses and the little booth. He's sitting there and going, oh, this is unbelievable. This is playoff-like hockey and playoff-like atmosphere on the first day in January. Oh, really? You think so? You think guys can just automatically turn it on like that and come back? It's going to take time, my friend. It's going to take time. So get used to it. Random fact. The Calgary Flames had the chance to draft Martin Brodeur, but blew it big time, trading with New Jersey for an earlier pick. Calgary chose bust Trevor Kidd while New Jersey waited for their turn, and look at what happened. This guy right here, this is when is this from right here? This was in the Hockey News, I don't know, it was his rookie picture right there, Martin Brodeur. Look at his little stash right there, that's pretty funny. But he could have been with the Flames. And could you imagine what could have happened then? Here's Trevor Kidd, the guy could have traded for with Calgary. He was all right, but, it wasn't great. And that's going to do it, folks. Feel free to comment on my Facebook page. Search Rob Smyth, or you can comment here. Give me your feedback, please. Any suggestions for future top 10 lists. Like why this guy is the worst commissioner in all of sports history. 3 lockouts happened on his watch. Okay? In my book, that's pure enough reason to get rid of him. What a joke. I hope these idiots marked it on their calendar when the next when the next CBA is up. It's like September of 2022 or 2022. I don't know. But I hope those jackasses marked it on the calendar so they can see it right there and go, hey, holy shit, we got to do something here. So, I don't know. It's a mess. Enjoy the hockey, folks. Some good games out there. Rangers are playing tonight against Pittsburgh. They beat Philly last game. That was a hell of a game. Brizgalov played very well, but the Rangers conquered. Of course, Ryan Callahan is out. They got some new guys in the lineup. This Ferrario kid, he's pretty good. Hagelin's playing pretty well. So just keep watching hockey. Until next time, my hockey-loving friends, I am Rob Smyth with What the Puck, and we'll see you next time. Peace.